Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Tuesday, October 17th, 2017, and I am Nicolette Howe. Today's stories include the Texas A&M Regent visit, Ranger College tax vote, and the Manhattan bombing conviction, and more, coming up next on Texan TV. In campus news, tomorrow the Texas A&M System Board of Regents will arrive at Tarleton for its annual fall meeting. Their visit extend until Thursday to discuss approval of new, increased, and decreased tuition and fees for the fall 2018 and fall 2019 semesters. According to the Texas A&M website, the agenda for the Board of Regents meeting is also including the approval of department budgets as well as approval of a new Bachelor of Arts degree with a major in legal studies. For a full list of agenda items, please visit www.tamus.com/regents. Tarleton spokesperson Cecilia Jacobs said that the Board of Regents will also be attending the dedication of Rutter's Way on Thursday. Jacobs also said that around a dozen members of the Rutter's family are expected at the dedication. The dedication will begin at 4 p.m. in between Wisdom Gym and the nursing building. A statue in Earl Rutter's honor will be unveiled at this time. In local news, screenshots were released showing a call for landlords sending letters to their tenants saying they will raise rent $50 a month according to the Empire Tribune. The Vote Yes Ranger College Committee uncovered the screenshots of the Citizens Against Ranger Taxation annexation. The same post appeared on Brown County's groups as well. We now turn to Logan Allen for more on this story.
Justin Murphy, spokesperson for the Vote Yes Ranger College Political Action Committee, said that they are telling landlords to charge $50 a month more in rent when the actual increase would be an average of $8 per month. By doing this, they may have broken state law. It is against the law to offer inducements or penalties for people voting or how they vote. Vote Yes coordinator Gordon Warren said that their legal counsel is preparing letters asking the Attorney General of Texas to investigate if they violated state law. Also, they're asking the local district attorney if these letters and threats of raising rent should the election pass constitute a violation under Texas Penal Code, Chapter 36, relating to bribery and coercion. Warren is asking anyone who receives such a letter to send a copy in to them so that they can share it with the proper authorities. The tax rate will be 11 cents per $100 valuation, making Ranger College the second lowest taxing entity in the county. This is an ongoing story, and we will provide more updates as we have them.
And now, today's Texas national and international news for the Associated Press. In state news, steel barriers and chief deputies surround the courthouse in Waco, Texas, in a show of heightened security as the trial began for an alleged leader of the Bandigos biker gang in connection to the deadliest shootout between biker groups in U.S. history. The trial is the first stemming from the fatal May 2015 shooting, and experts say it could reach far beyond the single case. The government is trying to convict other leaders and dozens of members. Nearly 2.5 years ago, since a confrontation between the Bandigos and the Cossacks left 9 bikers dead and 20 wounded outside a Twin Peaks restaurant in Waco. Police arrested 177 bikers after the mayhem, and more than 150 people were eventually charged. The first to stand trial is Christopher J. Carzile, the Bandigos Dallas chapter president, whose trial began last week. He is being charged with directly organizing a criminal activity that led to a violent brothel. Experts say a conviction in the case could have a domino effect by convincing other bikers to plead guilty and testify. In national news, New Jersey men have been convicted and found guilty of all charges against him in the swift conviction yesterday for the bombing last summer in Manhattan that injured 30 people. We turn to the AP News for more on this story.
On September 17, 2016, Ahmed Khan Rahimi attacked our country and our way of life. Inspired by ISIS and Al-Qaeda, Rahimi built, planted, and detonated bombs on the streets of Chelsea in the heart of Manhattan and in New Jersey, hoping to kill as many innocent people as possible. Rahimi's crimes of hate have been met with swift and resolute justice. Just over a year following his attacks, Rahimi now stands convicted of his crimes of terror after a fair and open trial by a jury of unanimous New Yorkers. He now faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison. Today's verdict is a victory for New York City. It's a victory for America in its fight against terror, and it's a victory for all who believe in the cause of justice.
He had fallen for the false narratives of groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda that dictate it's all right to slaughter innocents in the name of some cause that even he doesn't seem to understand. This investigation was seamless. The tiniest clues proved to be some of the most important. But one of the things that spoke volumes was the book that Mr. Rahimi was captured with that detailed the narratives he was following, quoting leaders of ISIS, leaders of Al-Qaeda, saying that the call was to murder the non-believers at home, specifically referencing the United States and law enforcement as a target, which he proved again when he opened fire on a police officer in Linden, New Jersey, who was trying to help him when he found him sleeping in a doorway.
In sports, from the AP Newsroom, the first two games of the American League Championship Series presented by Camping World were defined by great standing pitchers from the Houston, Dallas Cartgrill and Justin Verderlander, putting them in the driver's seat as the series continues. Houston, which totaled 896 runs to the 858 from the Yankees this year. Astros in their 2-1 win over the New York Yankees that gave them a 2-0 lead in their AL Championship Series. Every time the Astros suit up, they wear a simple patch as a reminder of what Houston lost to Hurricane Harvey and its terrible floodings. The city is determined to rebuild, and the Astros are careful to honor Houston with every game as they chase a second trip to the World Series. The patch sits on the upper left-hand side of their chest and features the word "strong" in white block letters between the Astros logo and the state of Texas. In international news, the Somalia President Mohammed Abdul called for 3 days of mourning after a truck's bombing in Somalia's capital left more than 300 people dead and almost 400 people injured on Saturday. Officials say there are still as many as 70 people missing, but the likelihood of finding them is scarce since a number of bodies were burned to ashes in the attack. But there is speculation that the Al-Qaeda-linked group and the Asabul planted the bomb in Somalia's capital. Matt Bryant, security consultant of the Horn of Africa, says no group in Somalia has the capability to put together a bomb in this size, in this nature. The Islamic extremist group has claimed responsibility for many recent terrorist attacks, but not Saturday's bombing. Many countries, including Turkey, Kenya, and Ethiopia, have offered medical aid for the country. Thousands are donating blood, and many other countries are opening their hospitals to Somalian people. The U.S. African Command said United States forces had not been asked to provide aid. However, there are approximately 400 U.S. troops in Somalia. The Pentagon spokesman, Counsel Robert, denied the speculations about sending more troops. For today's weather forecast, we turn to Emily Cowart.
According to the National Weather Service, today will be sunny with a high of 79 and a low of 48. There will be calm winds from the southeast at 5 miles per hour. Back to you, Nicolette.
This has been a production of Texan TV News and a product of Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us live on Apple G Channel 2.1 in the dorms at 12:30 weekends. If you live off campus, tune in on Northland Cable Channel 9. You can follow the Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net for all your latest local, state, national, and international news. Today's broadcast was produced by Logan Allen, Emily Cowart, Nicolette Howe, and Kaylee Williams. Have a great day, Texans.